Hi, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute pair of spring flower earrings. I had these acrylic beads in my stash for probably the last 3 years. So I went online and there were a lot of different flower earrings designs. Each person had their own take on it, and I noticed that there was a lot of layering going on with the flowers. So this is just kind of my version on these earrings, and I hope you enjoy it. So sit back and I'll show you how I put these together. Okay, so I'll show you how to put these together, and I'll have everything listed, all the materials you'll need and the sizes, everything, on my new blog at happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, as well as the drop down bar below. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our little dangle charms. And I like the stronger gauge head pins when making earrings, because then I don't have to do all those loops. I can just bend it over once and it will stay because it's strong. Now, I noticed that Bead Landing, the brand Bead Landing, has some nice strong head pins at Micheal's, and they have them in little sets and they're hanging up in the Bead Landing section. It doesn't have the exact gauge written on the package, but guesstimating, I'm thinking they're about a 20 gauge. Okay, so I slipped this little teardrop on my 1-inch head pin, and I'm going to bend it like that with my round nose pliers, and I'm going to cut about half of that off. And that should leave a little less than 1/4 of an inch. Now you're going to come in with your round nose pliers and roll it, and then reposition your pliers and continue rolling, being very careful that this is closed, completely closed at the bottom. Okay. Like so. There. Now you can certainly buy your bead dangles if you like, because they already have them pre-made and carded. They're hanging up at Micheal's in the bead section. But I find it's just easier to make my own. So I'm going to do the same thing, bend it a little bit at an angle, cut about half off, and roll, then come back in, continue rolling. And if it looks kind of funky when you first do it, don't worry, because this can always be fixed. I just go in with my flat nose pliers, kind of straighten things up. Go back in with my round nose pliers and give it a little kink at the back, just as long as they're closed and they're fairly straight. Oops, I just opened that. Okay. Okay, there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our eye pins, and the eye pin has the little eye at the top. And I'm going to open this with my flat nose pliers, and I'm just going to slip one of our little bead dangles on, and then close it. Like so. And then I'm going to place on my 8mm Czech glass bead. Now, I just chose, you can choose any color because you can't see this anyway. This is a 4mm Rondelle bead, and I'm using it as kind of a booster bead because I want to boost this little acrylic tulip flower up a little so you can see more of this green Czech glass bead at the bottom. So that's basically what it is, a booster bead. And I'm going to slip on this little bellflower acrylic bead. And then next will be our little 4mm daisy spacer. And then I have a beautiful 6mm crystal Rondelle bead. You can get all kinds of these beads that look like crystal. They don't have to be real crystal. Micheal's has a wonderful selection. Then I'm placing on a 4mm crystal Rondelle spacer bead, like so. So we have what looks like that. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take my round nose pliers, I'm going to bend it, the head pin, and I'm going to cut all except about maybe a little less than 1/4 of an inch. Come in with my round nose pliers, curl, and curl again. I'm going to make sure that this is completely closed. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit with my flat nose pliers and then go back in. Make sure this is completely closed. Okay. So I think this looks pretty good. You can see up close that it is completely closed. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my ear wires, going to open it up, and I like just the plain ear wires. I don't like the kind with a spring on it. I think it really cheapens the look of the earrings. That's just my personal opinion. And make sure this is nice and closed. And so we have our first beautiful spring flower dangle earring, like so. And I'm going to put the second one together. Open the eye pin and slip on our little bead dangle that we made. And close that back up. Like so. And then we're going to slip on our 8mm Czech bead, our little 4mm Rondelle, that's our booster bead, our acrylic tulip bead, our bellflower bead, our 4mm daisy spacer, our 6mm Rondelle bead, and our 4mm crystal Rondelle spacer bead, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bend this like that at an angle, cut off all except a little less than 1/4 of an inch. Come back in with my round nose pliers, curl like so. Make sure it's nice and straight. Go back in. Make sure that's not going to fall off. off. It has to be nice and close together, like so. And then we're going to take our ear wire and slip it on, like so. Okay. So now you have a really cute pair of earrings for yourself or for Mother's Day. And I will take a picture of this and put this on my blog as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you so much for your patience with me. I know it's been a while since I've posted my tutorial, but when I lost my blog at happybirdscraftinghaven.com, I didn't quite know what I was going to do and how I was going to handle things. I'm not a very technical person. I'm lucky that I learned enough to post on my blog and point a camera and shoot and post it on YouTube. So I've never taken any technical classes or computer classes, anything like that. So I'm kind of, just feeling my way around when I do things. But I do appreciate all your patience. And thank you very much, and God bless you, each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. Oh, and before I leave, I have to tell you, I want to direct you to another site. There's a gal by the name of Crafty who has a wonderful, wonderful YouTube channel. And she makes some of the most adorable charms out of beads that look like objects. And it's just amazing what this gal does. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a link down below to her her YouTube channel, and I'll also put that link on my blog. So be sure and check it out and show her some love, and I think you'll be really, really happy when you do. Be sure to subscribe to her as well. Okay, take care everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.